On this edition of Lexington Now, Therapeutic Recreation Hockey, 250 Lex Literary Celebration, and StoryCorps. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of March 31st, 2025. An annual tradition took place this past week with Lexington's own Thunderpucks taking to the court. Our own Tyler Rowlett was there.
We are outside the Dunbar Center here in Lexington, where we saw some of the fiercest competition Lexington has seen in who knows how long with the annual Therapeutic Recreation Hockey Game. It was a packed gymnasium here at the Dunbar Community Center for this year's edition of the Therapeutic Recreation Hockey Game. A game that has been an annual tradition for quite some time now, and an annual tradition that's been growing every year.
This is the 21st match. So it happened before I came on, so it could have been a couple matches in a year, I don't know, but it's the 21st match. The Therapeutic Recreation Fitness program goes on Tuesdays and Thursdays here at Dunbar Community Center. And part of their competition was that they challenged many years ago with Margaret Duncan, who's now retired from Parks and Recreation and Senior Services. She started this program as a competition, as a good-natured competition, I should say, between Parks and Recreation staff and the Therapeutic Recreation participants. We probably had more people on our team this year for Parks and Recreation than we've had in forever. So it's a nice way for them to get out of the office for a little while, have a little friendly competition while there's a March Madness thing going on, even though this isn't basketball. And our participants, they love and adore getting to compete against the Parks and Recreation staff.
Parks and Recreation staff was more than ready for this good-natured competition, with some staff members trying to bend the rules, arguing their case to officials.
He put somebody in the penalty box, and we had time.
And ending up in the penalty box.
That's the first time I did something bad.
And while today was all about the hockey game, Therapeutic Recreation staff are passionate about what they do and enjoy providing many different opportunities for people of all ages to get out and enjoy in Lexington.
And I love working with the participants that come out and enjoy to do recreation, to ride horses, to swim, to bowl. So the participants is one, and then the variety of things that we get to do with the participants and the relationships we build with them and their families.
We run programs year-round. We serve ages 5 and up. I think our oldest participant is like 67 now. And we do everything from a fitness program to an outdoor nature explorers program. We have an aquatics program. You name it, we've done it. And if we haven't done it, we'll probably get ready to do it.
And when the final buzzer sounded, it was the Therapeutic Recreation participants who came out on top. But there were smiles, handshakes, high fives, and good sportsmanship all around.
There's so many different things that they can get involved with, whether it be a summer camp during June and July or our programs that run in the fall and spring. They can check out our website, or they can stop by, they can call Jill or myself, and we'd love to introduce them to any of our programs that would benefit them.
At the Dunbar Community Center, Tyler Rowlett, Lex TV.
Lexington's year-long celebration of its 250th birthday continued with the announcement of a literary celebration. Here's more.
Literature and the written word have a rich history here in Lexington, as well as in Kentucky. Once known as the Athens of the West, Lexington has long been a hub for writers of all kinds and types. Everyone from our U.S. Poet Laureate Ada Limon to Kentucky Writers Hall of Fame members James Baker Hall, Gurney Norman, James Lane Allen, Nikki Finney, George Ella Lyon, Crystal Wilkinson, Frank X. Walker, and Silas House, and actually many more. And I am very proud to have been part of the founding committee of the Hall of Fame, which resides right here at the Carnegie Center. We have screenwriters, novelists, poets, hip-hop artists, and much, much more. And this is all in Lexington, Kentucky.
Without literacy, you would not have writers or the literary arts. At the Carnegie Center, we empower people to explore and express their voices through imaginative learning and the literary arts. When the Lexington Public Library moved out of this space for their downtown location, they took out the books, and we brought in the readers, the writers, and the learners. Our two missions are connected, and we are proud to be one of several fantastic organizations that throughout Lexington, including our universities, that celebrate and promote our rich literary heritage. A 250 Lex Special Edition Kentucky Great Writers Series reading will take place here in this room on April 15th and will celebrate Lexington's Kentucky Poets Laureate, including Silas House, Georgella Lyon, Gurney Norman, Frank X. Walker, Crystal Wilkinson, and Jeff Worley. Our Kentucky Black Writers Collaborative's Burn the Mic event will be on April the 22nd, and it'll feature Monet Proctor and Renee Rigdon. And we're also going to have a Larkspur Press broadside exhibit in our gallery all through April that will celebrate works primarily written by Lexington writers. We'll celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary throughout April, but also throughout the year, because that is our mission. We'll also have special events, and there's special literacy and literary events with details on our website at carnegiecenterlex.org, and we hope to see you there.
The literary arts in Lexington are part of our history. Even before the naming of the city of Lexington in 1775, this area had a reputation as a literary and educational hub. We had the first newspaper, book publisher, university, library, and bookstore east of the Southern Appalachian Mountains. So it was obvious to many of us that any celebration of Lexington's 250th anniversary had to include recognition of our writers, authors, publishers, and other related creative industries. Lexington authors, as many may not know, are frequent recipients and finalists for Pulitzer Prizes, National Book Awards, PEN Awards, Kentucky Poets Laureate, and Kentucky Governor's Awards, and are publishers of poetry, fiction, nonfiction, children's books, essays, screenplays, songs, plays, and so much more. So that is something that is truly unique and special about Lexington.
The poem I chose for today is called Landlocked Dreams. Even though I'm so proud to be a part of Lexington Now, I was born in Miami, Florida, and this is kind of an ode to my heritage as we're celebrating Lexington's heritage. And it's about something that I really miss about Miami. It's called Landlocked Dreams. When we see undying skies, we can't help but think of beach days. It is almost like we never left the stuffy Suzuki that rattled through the Magic City as the low, gritty houses morphed into glass giants that poked at the sky. They seemed to threaten the heavens, sticking through the clouds to get a small peek into a life where someone, something ruled dominion. But not during beach days, no, when the sun shone like a brilliant ball of solid ore that tanned our skin and melted us all into a single wave. The days perfect to roll around in the collage of pebbles and cigarette butts and the mosaic of shells from all walks of life. To eat cold hot dogs soggy from the coolers and cheap lopsided grapes with beads of sweat. We bopped along to the cumbia and the salsa, a thumping soundtrack to battle, with the washed-up jellyfish and screams of glee drawn like magic from the cool waters. We let the seaweed rise to the surface, trapping the creatures in its grasp for us to explore and grab onto, like our own personal circus in our palms. The thick smell of white minerals caked on our skin, filled our lungs for days and days, a sticky reminder of the days we felt invincible and lived like there was no tomorrow. Thank you.
When we come back, StoryCorps.
I'm Lieutenant Chris Van Brackle with the Lexington Police Department Traffic Unit. Today we are talking about disability accessible parking and the aisles between those parking places. Accessible parking is a valuable and necessary resource for people with disabilities, and that includes the striped area next to accessible parking spots. These are access aisles, and it is illegal to park here, even if you have an accessible parking permit. Police and LexPark will write tickets when they see vehicles parked in an access aisle or parked in an accessible space without a placard, and the fine is $250. Know where and where not to park. Keep the access aisles clear. Thank you, and drive safe.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. As part of the celebration of literature and the written word, Lexington welcomes StoryCorps. They are dedicated to recording, preserving, and sharing the stories of people from all backgrounds and beliefs.
StoryCorps is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to recording, preserving, and sharing the stories of people from all backgrounds and beliefs. They're committed to the idea that everyone has an important story to tell and that everyone's story matters. Their mission? To help us believe in each other by illuminating the humanity and possibility in us all, one story at a time. Since their founding in 2003, they've helped nearly 700,000 people across the country have meaningful conversations about their lives. These recordings are collected in the U.S. Library of Congress and in their online archive, which is now the largest single collection of human voices ever recorded. StoryCorps is here in Lexington at Woodland Park from today through April 15th to record interviews in person and virtually as part of its mobile tour, Lexington's 250th anniversary, and for the StoryCorps series Brightness in Black, which is sharing joyous and bold Black stories and countering harmful narratives. You can sign up today at the WUKY website if you want to participate. And let your story be heard. All the participants are encouraged to bring a friend, partner, etc. to facilitate the interview, but the StoryCorps people can also help you do that as well.
Thank you, Brian, for taking a crazy idea and making it happen here for Lexington. The Lexington History Museum is proud to be a space where all Lexingtonians can see their history and tell their history, and we're thrilled to be part of making StoryCorps possible, and I can't wait to talk to our esteemed trustee, Susan Lamb, who is also our county clerk, later today. Thank you all so much.
I just want to kind of talk a little bit about StoryCorps. So like we were saying, we began in 2003 as an oral history nonprofit with a really simple mission, which is to help us believe in each other by illuminating the humanity and possibility in us all through the transformative power of storytelling. So what started as the opening of a recording booth in Grand Central Terminal in New York City 22 years ago has now become the largest collection of human voices ever gathered. As of the end of last year, our number stands at over 380,000 completed recordings from over 680,000 people from across the country and around the world. So our mobile tour right here is one of the most visible parts of StoryCorps. We've traveled across the country to 10 cities a year, inviting members of each community to come record a story with a partner or by themselves about any topic, with the opportunity to share it with a wider audience through our partners at the Online Archive, the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress, and local and national public media affiliates. So we're going to be here in Lexington offering that opportunity to the public from today through April 14th. We're open 10 to 6 every day except Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're open weekends and holidays as well. And a major point of pride for us is that there is no cost to record, share, or archive your story.
So I'm really happy to be joining you all here today for the opportunity for our community, Lexington, to tell its stories. And I want to recognize Councilmember Hannah Legree, who's come with us today. Thank you for being here. Yes. So Lexington is in its first quarter of its 250th anniversary, and we are celebrating literally every single day. I know there's another celebration happening this year. WUKY is celebrating 85 years of being on the air. Starting as WBKY, you're probably, most of you, not old enough to remember that. The station was our nation's first ever university-owned non-commercial educational radio station right here. And we want to congratulate you on that. So today we're kicking off the opportunity for our community members to record their stories. And these are unscripted. So it's just going to be let her rip when you get in the airstream. And for 20 years, the StoryCorps mobile tour has collected stories from all corners of the nation. We are so excited that StoryCorps is back in Lexington. I know the people of Lexington love to see this Airstream trailer. I was talking to somebody about StoryCorps, and they said, "Oh, is it the trailer in Woodland Park?" So I believe in about 2012, maybe, I can't remember when, it was 2011, when I was vice mayor. I did my story in here with former Vice Mayor Isabel Yates, a beloved member of our community, and we just had the best time talking about a variety of things. That's what it's all about.
Council spring break continues, but there's still live meeting coverage this week on Lex TV and streaming online. And remember, you can also find the most up-to-date information on non-televised city business at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media, check out the latest traffic updates on X at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.